Have you ever found yourself caught in an irrational storm of emotion? Or when you fell in love at first sight, did you wonder who exactly you were falling in love with? According to Carl Jung, from the moment we are born, we carry an other within us. In the depths of a man's soul lies a feminine figure, the anima. In a woman's soul, a masculine figure, the animus. These are not merely simple psychological concepts. They are autonomous powers that call us toward wholeness, standing between the dark chambers of the soul and the light of consciousness. Jung refers to this dual structure as the Syzygy, the divine couple. They are the mental reflections of the masculine and feminine poles of creation. In this episode, we will explore how these secret partners are born, how they possess us, and how, when understood correctly, they can transform our lives into a work of art. How are these internal figures formed? According to Jung, this process has both a biological and a collective foundation. Every child is born with archetypes that carry thousands of years of human experience. The anima and animus are the cornerstones of the collective unconscious, manifesting anew with every newborn child. However, this mythical core is shaped by personal experience. For a boy, the first contact with femininity is the mother. Thus, the anima figure initially takes on her characteristics. For a girl, the animus is built upon the image of the father. Yet, Jung warns, these internal figures are not copies of the parents. They are ancient seals impressed upon the parental image. They are the parts of our soul that we do not yet recognize, remaining closed off to the external world. These figures are autonomous authorities that break the ego's pride and force it to confront its own mortality. When these figures remain unconscious, they create what Jung calls animosity, an internal hostility and emotional tension. At this point, the anima and animus turn into weapons that sabotage consciousness. One of Jung's sharpest observations is this: when a man is possessed by his anima, he becomes imprisoned in irrational and eerie moods. He suddenly becomes oversensitive, sulky, or lost in a misty melancholy. It is as if his soul is poisoned by unsettling intuitions. When a woman falls under the influence of her animus, she clings to unshakable opinions instead of objective reality. While these opinions may seem rational, they are actually memorized, dogmatic views closed to discussion. As she defends these ideas with fierce stubbornness, she is actually giving voice to the autonomous warrior within her. The most fascinating manifestation of this is the stage of projection. When we clothe another person in this unknown inner face, we begin to see the world as a copy of our own unrecognized self. The intense attraction we call love at first sight is often a projectional longing, not for the person outside, but for the autonomous figure within. Jung states that the anima and animus are not static. They evolve through 4 stages according to our spiritual maturity. For a man, the anima first appears as Eve, representing biological drive, then as Helen, an aesthetic ideal, followed by Mary, representing spiritual devotion, and finally as Sophia, the bearer of divine wisdom. For a woman, the animus first manifests as Hercules, representing physical strength, then as the romantic man of adventure, followed by the orator, who wields the power of words, and finally as the wise guide who whispers universal truths. These stages represent the soul's journey from a raw substance, the prima materia, into refined gold. What do we gain from this arduous process? Jung emphasizes that the anima and animus are not just sources of crisis. They are actually psychopomps, guides of the soul. For the man, the anima deepens the emotional world, offering creativity, devotion, and the mythical meaning of life. She is the lady of the soul who frees the ego from its rigidity and connects it to the flow of life. For the woman, the animus provides insight, decisiveness, and the capacity for objective knowledge. Through the animus, a woman can look beyond personal emotions to reach universal ideas and self-knowledge. To recognize these figures is to build the bridge between the narrow island of consciousness and the vast ocean of the unconscious. Fairy tales are the most ancient maps of this internal journey. The tale of the princess in the tree is a wonderful example. A young swineherd climbs a massive world tree and finds a princess imprisoned at the very top by an evil sorcerer. This princess is the hero's anima, the high, mythical, and not yet liberated part of his soul. Similarly, in alchemical texts, we encounter the chemical wedding or conjunctio of the king and queen, symbolizing the union of the soul's masculine and feminine poles to reach immortal wholeness. As Jung said, that challenging other you encounter is actually your most loyal part, waiting thousands of years to complete you. They are the lead actors in that immense drama that makes a human human. Ultimately, confronting the anima and animus is one of the greatest moral achievements a human can attain. It is choosing a scarred but genuine wholeness over a false perfection. Tonight, look for that stranger in your dreams or in those sudden flashes of reaction in your waking life. Remember, those who do not recognize their own darkness are condemned to see everything outside as an enemy. Are you ready to shake hands with the autonomous figure within and bear witness to this sacred marriage of your soul? Subscribe to Shadow Atlas and continue to explore these ancient maps of the soul with us.